How often do you listen to your intuition when it comes to business or important matters you need to decide? Hi, I'm Laurie Hurley, the Social Networking Navigator, and I'd like to relay a very short story about the intuition of an 18-year-old. This particular young lady was faced with making the decision between two very good colleges, UCLA and Berkeley. And she had visited UCLA and was on the Berkeley campus, really knocking her head around, trying to wrap her mind around which university would be the best fit for her. By looking at everything on paper, it was equal. She would get a great education, both world-renowned universities, but she was waiting for that signal to tell her which university she should attend over the other. And she got it when she entered the library at Berkeley, which was the very last thing that she did on her college tour this past weekend. She went into the library. She's actually my daughter. I sat down in the lobby because, to be quite honest, I was exhausted. And she went up and toured the library again. She had already seen it a couple times because we had been there before. But her intuition was sparked when she approached a desk up in the bowels of the library and tried to turn on that little green light, that nice little light that they give you. You see it in the movies all the time. She tried to turn the light on at a desk that she was sitting at, kind of pretending like she was up there studying, and she couldn't figure out how to turn the light on. She looked under the light, she looked on the top of the light, she looked under the desk, she looked on the wall behind her, and not all of, but some of the other lights were on, but hers wasn't, and she just could not figure out how to turn it on. She spent a good 5 minutes trying to figure out, why is this light not turning on? And in that moment, she decided, if I can't even figure out how to turn this light on in the library, this is not the place for me to go to college. And her decision was made. It was an intuitive feeling that she felt. As she came down the long marble staircase where I was waiting for her, she saw that I was surrounded by two separate families, both Asian families. Now, my daughter is Chinese because she is adopted, but she looked at me kind of sticking out with all these Asian people around me, and she thought, my mom doesn't even look like she belongs here. I'm not going to Berkeley. I'm going to decide on UCLA. And she made her announcement to me, and I said, are you 100% sure? She said, I am 110% sure. That light not going up on the library carrel gave me a message, and it really gave me that message deep in my intuitive heart that this is not the place for me. Let's go home. So, after hearing that story, how many times do you listen to your intuition? Is it a big brainstorm that you get, or is it something as small as not being able to turn on a light switch? I would love to have you share your story with me. Thank you. This is Laurie Hurley, the Social Networking Navigator.